All right. And let's start in a seated position. So go ahead and find your position on a block or on a pillow. We're sitting upright. And when we work with the spine, we want to really make sure that you feel the length of the spine. So a nice thing to do is to move your sitting bones to the edge of whatever you're sitting on to really be able to lengthen and lift the chest. If you feel the knees are high up or something, you can always sit kneeling instead in order to get a tall spine. And then just go ahead and close your eyes. Slide your hands back, relax your elbows, relax your tongue, relax your belly. And like you're lifting up through the crown of the head, almost like you become more majestic, a little more regal, a sense of expansion through the front of the body, and a sense of lengthening through the back of the body. And with the inhale, we have the breath moving downward towards the seat. And with the exhale, the breath moves up through the spine and through the crown of the head. And you can place your hands onto the very lower belly. So right below the navel and right above the pubic bone, you can make your hands like a little cup cradling this area. So this is the first chakra, the first of those energy centers. And it's including all the way down to the legs and the feet, and it's located in the pelvic floor. So right around the area of the perineum, right where you're sitting right now, between the pubic bone and your sitting bones. And perhaps when you inhale and you're drawing the energy down towards this place where your hands are, you see a beautiful red colored light coming down, all the way down to the base of your seat. Inhaling this little ball of red, glowing, beautiful color down. And with the exhale, it travels back up. With the inhale, when it travels down, there's a moment where it stays at the base of your seat and just glows a little bit brighter. And then with the exhale, it releases again, moving back up. This lower energy center is related to our sense of belonging, our roots, our origins, also our sense of security in the world, financially, sense of home, belonging to a tribe, and just a general sense of stability and rootedness. And you can move your hands a little higher up so it's onto your belly. So right above the navel. And now start to breathe here. You feel the belly expand with the inhale and contract with the exhale. And you can imagine a beautiful color orange coming down, glowing a bit brighter when you breathe in deeper, staying for a moment at the end of the inhale, and then releasing up with the exhale. The second of those centers, beautiful orange color, center of your passions, creativity, sexuality, sensuality. It's big breaths. Then move your hands a little higher up so they come onto your solar plexus area. So above the navel, just between the little arch of your rib cage here. When you breathe in, expanding the rib cage, here you really feel the breath. Also the diaphragm is located here. And you see a beautiful color, yellow. A big, bright yellow color like the sunshine. Inhaling, you feel it expand. like a little spark, a little fire. And with the exhale, you feel it contract and release back up through the crown. Big, beautiful yellow color. This is the center of your identity, of your goals, your intentions, your initiative, your spark, kind of your ignition. It's the place where you say, who am I in this life? What is my role? You can move your hands a little higher up to your heart space, placing the hands onto the chest. And here you feel the whole of the front of the body breathing and your chest rising and falling, and you see a beautiful emerald colored green. Big and bright. You might even feel your heart beating. You might sense the breath a little bit more here. Breathing in a big breath of love, not only for yourself, but also for others, people you know, people you don't know, animals and plants, rocks and the sky and the sea. Big sense of love, big green color, sense of openness, acceptance. We can place our hands onto the throat. And here you can make the sound that you're making with the back of the throat just a little bit more. So constricting the back of the throat, creating this whispering ujjayi breath, the yogic breath. And breathing here into the throat, a beautiful indigo color. This is the space of your personal truth, your ability to speak what you want to hold back what you want to, your expression artistically and creatively, what you bring out into the world. And then place your hands up onto your forehead. Maybe your middle finger, ring finger, just touch the space right above the center of your eyebrows. Now the breathing reverses a bit, so just the attention on the breath. The inhale, you're breathing downward. And then with the exhale, you see this beautiful purple color coming towards the center of your forehead. Just maintaining this point of attention. Your connection to a deeper understanding of yourself, the inner eye, connection to your spiritual path, and your intuition, the sense of knowing, sense of seeing what's a little bit beyond the obvious. And then we'll stretch the arms just right over the head. The seventh chakra has no color or a color white. Your connection to the infinite, to everything beyond us, beyond this life, beyond this body, connection to our higher self, and to everything that is connected in the cosmos. Take one more big breath in, just sending this energy up through the fingers. And then exhale, circle the arms back down. And you can open the eyes. And just roll the shoulders back a couple times. Turn your head side to side a few times. So the chakra system is a little bit abstract, of course, and there's a lot of different books which explain things differently. So we keep our minds a little bit open when we hear about it. Take the seat, the support for the seat away, and just come to sit in a regular cross-leg position. You can switch the crossing of the legs if you want. You got all the pets around this morning. We're going to work a bit with the rotation of the spine to start with. So the spine moves in 7 different directions, and we'll explore all of them. First, take your hands onto the knees, and with the inhale, very familiar, we arch the spine, lift the head, stretch your tailbone, and with the exhale, round your spine. So it's just nice and juicy. Start to breathe with it. When you're inhaling, you're arching, and when you exhale, you're rounding. And you can move your head with the movement as well. When you inhale, arch, you lift the chin a little bit. When you exhale, round, your chin goes down. So when you inhale, the chin and the tail move away from each other. And when you exhale, the chin and the tail move towards each other. So this here, when you round, is called the flexion of the spine. When you arch is the extension of the spine. And you can even see all those colors along the front and the back of the body moving here. So these are 2 of the planes of the movements, forward and back, flexion and extension. Come back to the center, so sitting upright. Take your hands very softly in, your elbows in, inhale, and then exhale, turn the rib cage to the left. So we contract the belly and you squeeze the ribs. Inhale to let it bounce back, and then exhale, turn to the right and squeeze. Contract the belly, really moving the rib cage. The head just moves with the trunk, but not any further. Inhale, let it bounce back. And then exhale, turn to the left side. Squeeze the belly button to spine, squeeze the ribs. And inhale, let it bounce to the center. And exhale to the right side. So keep going back a little bit side to side. We really have this turning movement come from the rib cage, from the solar plexus. The belly contracts to move this. These are 2 planes of motion, to the right and to the left. So the turning motion, the twisting motion. One more time to the left, and then come back to the center. So these are rotations. From the center, take the fingertips to the sides of the head, lengthen up through the crown, inhale, and then exhale, go over to the right side, just sideways. Connect your belly to hold yourself here. Inhale to come back up, and then exhale over to the left side. So keep moving side to side. Inhale is when you're switching, and then exhale is when you're coming down. These are the lateral extension and flexion. So this is a powerful movement. We need to use the muscles on the side of the abdomen to maintain us here, just side to side. Sometimes these muscles can be a little bit lost, but I think we've worked on them in the last few months to access them. Come back to the center, and then wrap your fingers together and place them lightly on the top of the head. This is the last plane of movement. It's the axial extension. It's the sense of the crown of the head lifting up and extending through the whole spine. So it's becoming longer. You're reaching up with the crown of the head up into your hand. So you imagine like your spine is a pearl necklace, and we're just gently tugging it apart from both ends, creating more space in between each pearl. So you're pressing in sitting bones, pressing the head up. Just take one more breath. And release. Circle the hands down, lean back into your hands. Let the legs relax forward, shake them out. And then come down to lie on your back. And place your feet directly underneath your knees. Tuck the shoulders under, lift your hips a little bit and place your hands under your hips. We're creating a little bit of a lift. And then lift your right leg up. And we're just gonna make some circles with the right foot first. So we'll warm up a bit through the first chakra, including the lower belly pelvis area and the leg itself. Press out through the heel, and we're just going to start to lower and lift. So lower and lift the leg up and down, bringing energy to the leg. You can do this quickly. You can do this slowly. Start to fire up your breathing a little bit. Lower and lift. Feel the fire in the front of the side of the thigh, the inside of the thigh. And most of all, connect your pelvic floor. Connect the lower belly in. Yes. So fire through the heel, fire through the leg. Little bit of fire through the breath. Good, just a few more times. We contract the lower belly and pelvic floor so the hips don't move, your spine doesn't move, just your leg moves. And then step the foot down, switch, left leg up, and same thing here. Just start to move the heel up and down. Connect the belly. And whenever you're ready, so we try to keep the leg as hard as possible, as engaged as possible. You can move this quickly, you can move it slowly. Focus on wrapping the muscles on the upper side, connecting lower belly, and still breathing. Yes, just a few more times. So bringing some movement, some blood flow into the leg, and especially into the joint of the hip. Good. Okay, step the foot down. Now lift both of your legs up towards the ceiling. We're going to take the heels together, turn your toes a bit out, inhale, and exhale, lower halfway down. Contract your belly. Inhale, lift, and exhale, halfway down. And again, lift, exhale. Inhale, and exhale. If it's too much, then just keep your knees bent. Right? Keep the knees bent, and we do the movement. It's much easier with bent knees, otherwise legs straight. So with the exhale is when the belly contracts and is stopping the legs from going any further. So it's like a little suction in the belly. You need to have the legs strong, the upper thighs working, the connection to the joint of your hip. Yes, just a few times. And then go halfway down and hold it there. Hold, squeeze the heels together. So you feel the first, the second, and the third chakra pulling in, firing up. Hold 2 more breaths. 1 and 2. Bend your knees, step the feet down. Press into the heels now and inhale, lift your hips. So you come into a bridge pose. We're squeezing the shoulders together, chin into your chest. And this is really for all the chakras, especially the first 5. So throat, chest, solar plexus, belly, lower belly. Push the heels down. 1 more breath, inhale. And then exhale, lower the hips down. Good. Lift up your feet so they're parallel to the knees. Take the fingers behind the head. Inhale and exhale, stretch your left leg, bring your left elbow to right knee. Inhale back to the center. And then exhale, right elbow to left knee, stretch the right leg. Keep going in your own breath. Really turn the shoulder towards the opposite leg, lifting the side of your rib cage up. If it's too much to stretch the leg, then just keep your knees bent, right? So we don't stretch the leg at all. If you feel there was any tension there from the previous exercise, well, you're both really good there. So we start to get used to these movements here. We keep going. Next time your left elbow is to the right, stay. Stay. Keep squeezing in, lifting up through the side of the body. Yes. 1 more breath, stay. And then release, take a moment with the head down. Take a breath in. Exhale, switch. And stay. Keep reaching knee towards Your elbow towards the knee. Stay. And stay. Last breath, stay. And release. Step the feet down one more time. Hands touch the heels. Inhale, press into the heels and lift your hips up. Big breath into the belly. Contract the belly with the exhale. Lower the hips back down. One more time, we're gonna just bring the hips onto the hands. So there's this little bit of a lift. Lift up your legs. Yes. Bring the feet hips width distance or together. So this time it's a choice there. Contract the belly, inhale, and then exhale, lower just a third of the way. Yes. Lower a little bit more. Keep them hovering. And then lower almost to the floor. Almost to the floor, yeah. Take a breath. Inhale, lift a little higher. Hold. Push out through the heel. Yes. A little higher. All the way up. Bend the knees for a moment, relax. Okay. Now come away from your hands, so take them away. Lift up your legs, flex the feet, heels press out. Reach up your arms. So it's kind of just like you're a bug lying on the back. Inhale. Exhale, lower the legs a little bit. Lower your arms a little bit. Stay here, inhale. Exhale, lift your head and your chest. So your lower back presses onto the floor. Take a breath in. Lower the legs a little more, exhale. Roll yourself up to seated. Bend your knees. Yes. Come all the way up. All the way up. There you go, girls. All right, stay for a moment. Lift your chest up, relax the shoulders. Holding one. Really pulling the rib cage towards your legs. Two. And last one, it was Iris who said it, she loves core. And let yourself come forward onto your hands and knees. So just roll over your legs or bring your knees behind you. Come forward on hands and knees position. Spread the fingers. Roll the shoulders back and inhale, arch your spine. So it's the same movement like we did in the beginning. And then round your spine, exhale, chin to chest. Contract the belly in. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Keep going a couple times. Just being aware of this plane of movement. So we're again doing the flexion and extension. Next time you arch the back, you extend your spine. Exhale, move the hips to the right and look over the right shoulder. And then turn to the other side. So it's just like you're a dog wagging the tail, or a cat in your girls' cases. Turn side to side. So we're doing a little bit of this lateral flexion and extension. So the side bending. Moving into the rib cage again. Come back to the center. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. We're coming into the upper body. Shoulders away from the ears quite vigorously, so you feel some space here. Getting out all of this work. Try to keep your head parallel so the head doesn't look down. We'll work into the neck a little longer. And then take your chest down. So you relax the chest between the shoulders and then push the space between the chest up. So you go down and up and down and up. Keep the belly pulling in, pressing the whole spine up, the whole spine down. Really push your hands to do this. It's like if you would be going into a handstand. So the palms press down, the space between the shoulders pushes out. Bring some space in there. So this very often is kind of stuck place. We hold our responsibilities here. We hold our burdens, other people's burdens, the burdens of the world here on our shoulders, on our neck. Come to the center. Move your hands a little bit forward. So we'll do a dynamic movement here. On the inhale, reach the left arm up and turn my ribs out to the left. So a rotation of the spine. And then exhale, slide my left arm under the right, bend my right elbow and bring the left side of the head down. And I just continue like this. Inhale, open. And exhale, turn. So rotation in two directions. Inhale, open. And exhale, turn. Keep going on your own. Make this movement really free. Your eyes can follow your hand. So your head is moving as well, just like you're curious to see what the right hand is doing. Now we go into the heart space, the upper chakras, sense of freedom, sense of openness. Yes. Take your left hand down and just straight away go to the right side. Inhale, open right side up. And exhale, right arm under the left. Big breaths. Inhale and exhale. Let your head move with your hand. The easiest way to move the head is to let it lean a little bit back so the back of the head is not so heavy. Especially when you're looking up to the ceiling. It's a big sliding movement. One more breath. Inhale, open. Big stretch up. And then exhale, take your hands down. Okay. Take the hands a bit forward. Turn the toes over and stretch back into your downward dog. Just walk your feet into place. It's beautiful to take some time to wake up the body in the morning, warming it up. Bend the knees. Press your thumbs down. Press your fingertips down and lift your hips up. Let's rock a bit side to side. So along this downward dog, which is a really familiar pose, you see all the lines of energy along the front of the body, along the back of the body, and then coming out through the crown of the head in the direction of your hands. Roll forward to a push-up position. Lift your head and lower the hips a bit when you come forward, and then roll yourself back into a downward dog. And just do this a few times. Inhale forward, exhale back again in this fluid motion, gripping the floor with your fingertips. Inhale forward, really strong shoulders. When you come forward, you could even drop the shoulders a bit and then push them back up to come back into your downward dog. So finding this beautiful sensation in the shoulders. One more time. And then come back into your downward dog. Bend the knees, look to your hands, and walk your feet all the way forward. Come forward, relax your head for a moment. Shake out the head, no. Shake your shoulders. Take your hands onto your shins. Inhale, lift the chest and look forward, stretch the legs. And exhale, rise up to stand. Relax the shoulders. Now standing, find the same extension. Top of the head from the base of your pelvic floor. Connecting it all with the center chakra. Inhale, circle the arms up. Look up to your hands, and then exhale, bend your knees, hands through the middle of the body. Roll yourself down. Inhale, stretch the legs, come halfway up. And exhale, step your right foot back. Press your hips a little down, but keep your legs super strong. And then exhale, move your hip back, push into your left heel, lift your toes up, and stretch the leg a little. So going back and forth. So I like to press the heel. So I give a little more space for my hips coming back. So you're rolling over the heel. The leg doesn't have to be straight. Again, just these fluid movements today. Lubricating the joints, bringing space, waking up, getting this energy flowing through all of the chakras. One more time, inhale, and then exhale, step back into a downward facing dog. Look forward to your hands. Inhale, come to a push-up position with or without knees. Exhale, lower onto your belly. Squeeze the shoulders, inhale, lift into a cobra pose. And then exhale, lower down on your belly, but lift your legs up a little bit. And then reach your hands back. Reach your hands up slightly more, take a breath in. And then exhale, keep your chest lifted. Lower the legs, place your hands, and lift up into an upward facing dog. Take a breath in, and exhale, lift your hips. Come back into a downward facing dog. Nice. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Step your right foot forward in between the hands. So knees through the belly. Adjust your feet. Press your hips a little down. Carefully. Inhale. And then exhale, roll on your heel and move your hip a little back. So we go forward and back. And it's a really good investment if you ever have a moment to go to a sports shop or something like that to get 2 of those yoga blocks, because then these kind of things will be a lot more easier and a lot more accessible. One more time, inhale and exhale. This time you inhale, bend the knee, and exhale, step to the front of the yoga mat. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, rise up. Each time you rise, we're sending the energy upward. And exhale, gathering it into the heart center. And again, inhale, rise. Exhale, bend forward. Contract the belly, lower belly, belly button, rib cage. Inhale, come halfway up. This time, exhale, send your left foot back. Inhale, rise up into high lunge. Big breath in. And exhale, take your hands to the floor. Step both feet back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to push-up position. With or without knees, lower yourself onto your belly. Squeeze the elbows in. Inhale, lift your chest. And then again, rolling the belly down and lifting your legs up. Yes. So stretching through the toes, lift your arms up. This is a beautiful activation for all the chakras. Your legs are strong, your back, the front of the body, the heart is open, the throat is open, energy moves through the top of the head. Place your feet down, keep your chest lifted, take your hands all the way back beside the ribs, lift up, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift the hips up, and exhale, step back to downward dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Step your left foot forward. Make a nice big space between the feet. Inhale, rise up. Remember 4 corners of the feet, ears. And exhale, hands to the floor. Step forward with the right foot. Inhale, come halfway up. And exhale, bend down. Inhale, rise up. Circle the arms. Exhale, hands to your chest. And again, inhale, rise. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, step right foot back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, take hands down. Inhale, step to plank position. Exhale, lower to your belly. Squeeze your elbows. Inhale, lift to cobra. And exhale, roll on your belly and softly lift your legs up. Yes. Reach your hands back. Reach your hands and feet towards one another. Exhale, place the feet down. Place your hands beside the ribs. Press up. Lift up your thighs. Press your toes down. And exhale back to downward dog. Take a breath in. Big breath out. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, rise up. Reaching the energy from the feet to the fingers. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step forward with the left foot. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands to chest. Last one, inhale, rise. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, left foot back. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, push-up position. Exhale to the belly. Inhale, lift the chest. And now exhale again, softly lift your legs. Good. Reach your hands back. Reach your legs, your toes towards one another. Big breath in. And exhale, place the feet down, your hands beside the ribs. So you squeeze the shoulders back. You lift a little bit. Push your feet down to lift your knees. And then open the chest. And exhale, come back up. Downward facing dog. Yes. Take a big breath in through the nose. Exhale, maybe even with your tongue out. Maybe the kids will laugh. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands down. Step forward, right foot. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands to your chest. Just take a big breath in again. Sending the energy down. Exhale, back up. So it's beautiful to know and to feel what everything is doing while you're moving. It's like a big chain of colors just flowing back and forth, side to side. Move your hips a little back. Bend your knees and touch your fingertips down. A little bit behind your heels if that's possible. So you're really rooting into the feet. Lift the chest forward. Inhale, circle the arms and arch your upper back. Look up to your hands. And then exhale, take the hands through the middle and bow forward over your legs. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, step your left foot back. Take your heel to the floor. So your right heel is aligned to the inner arch of the left foot. Take your right hand just outside your right foot and press your knee out into your arm. Yeah. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Rotate the spine so you can turn the rib cage to point in the same direction as the long end of your mat. Right, so we're opening towards the left long end of the mat. Push into your feet. Open the chest. Let your head lean a little back, so perhaps you can look up. Big breath, really pressing into the outside edge of your left foot. Push into the feet, inhale, rise up. And then exhale, open up into your warrior two. Yes. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, move your left hip back. Good. Take your fingertips on the side of the head. So we're going to do these lateral extensions. When you inhale, we're going down. Maybe just a little bit. And with the exhale, you zip up the side of the body and lift up. So it might be that you want to bend your knee to do this. If it's very difficult, just go a little down. Just here, inhale and exhale. Right, so we do this side extension. The exhale we use to contract the belly, to contract the ribs, so that you can bring yourself up using the line on the left side of the body. If it's too difficult, please just take your hands on the hips, right? So that's always a choice. Take one more, and exhale. And now stretch your arms out. Inhale, reach towards the right foot, and exhale, come down into your triangle pose. Yes. Beautiful. Maybe the head leans a bit back and you turn the head to look up. Also, another option is the left hand will turn forward and stretch over your ear. So creating a long line from the fingers to the outside edge of your foot. Beautiful. Push down into your feet. Reach your left hand up. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, turn the right toes in. Turn the left toes a little bit out. Bend into your knee. Move your body forward and your hips back. If you need to, bring your hands to the floor or take your hands to the chest. Bend into the left knee. Lift your right toes up and come onto your right heel. Yeah, like a ninja. Exactly. Use your hands in front of you if you need to. Do anything that makes you feel stable here. So eventually you might be able to tip your weight into the left heel and kind of bring your body upright. Yes, exactly. Push down into the feet, whether using your hands or not. Bring your right foot down and push yourself back up to stand. There we go. Any old way is good. Nice. Let's actually take this for a moment so you can see it in the camera. So we go to the right side, but first I'll show you. So the trick is to bend the right knee and turn the heel in and the toe a bit out. So it's not just the foot turning out. It's like your whole knee is turning and it's turning towards the top left corner of your mat. And then I move the hip back so I can bend into the knee, but already have the weight shifted into my right foot. And I come down, I keep moving my bum back, even if I need to use my hands. And at that point, I peel the left foot up and away. And then when I'm down, I can, of course, adjust the foot. I turned out my foot too much. Right? And then I can be here. To come back up, I would lean forward. First, put my foot down, and then press myself up. Okay? Let's give it a try on the right side so that we're ready for the other side. So we can bend both knees just to make it easier. Turn your toes a little out to the right with the knee in the same direction. Bring the hands on the hips and move your boom boom back. You can see if your knee was turned wrong. Just use your intuition, feel it out. Can you bend into your right knee? Move it into a way that you can. Move your hips further back so you can bring your trunk further forward. Put your hands down and now shift the weight into both heels and turn the left toes up. Yes. There we go. And then to come out, come forward onto your toes maybe, come onto your hands. Put your left foot down and lift yourself up to stand. Yes. There we go. Nice. Okay. And then come all the way back up. Come back up into your V shape. We'll turn the right foot forward, bend into a warrior two. Take your right hand and put it behind the nape of your neck. So kind of sliding it up, cradling the back of the head. You can lean it back. Take the left hand on your side and then lean slightly back towards the left. Bend into your right knee. Just hold the weight of your head. The right elbow is pointing to the ceiling. Take a big breath in, heart opening. And then exhale, carefully come back up. And just bend your knee, bring your hands to the floor, and step back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale forward to push-up position. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Press the feet down. This time a bit different. Bend your knees and hold on to the feet. Press your feet a little back so you feel the shoulders opening. And just stay here. So we're not going to lift the knees for now. Just pressing the feet back. And breathe into the front of the body. So no effort to lift the knees higher than they are. Just using the pressure of the feet to open the front of the body. One more big breath in. And then exhale, take the knees down, straighten the legs. Take your hands beside the ribs. Inhale, push up on the knees, and then exhale, stretch back into your downward dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Step your left foot forward. Bend into the knee. Spin your right heel down. And then take your left hand just outside the left foot. So you're squeezing the knee into the arm. And then when you inhale, turn the chest open. So there's a lot of kind of opposing action happening here. When the knee presses out into the arm, you create a little zipping inward of your hips. And you turn the chest up, you create rotation in the rib cage. Beautiful. Lean the back of your head a little back. Turn the head a bit up. Yes. Push into the feet. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, open into warrior two. Beautiful. Okay. Straighten your left leg. So for these side lateral extensions, we try not to leave it all to the upper body. We're also engaging the right buttock and the side of the leg in order to support the side of the body. So this is a chain of muscles that connect together. Hey, little kitty. Oh, I forgot to ask you, Nina, about your cat's visit. I'll have to ask you afterwards. Move the right hip back. Push your big toe down. And then with the inhale, you go down. And with the exhale, we come up. Maybe your hands are on the hips. With the inhale, you go down. So you choose. With the exhale, you come up. Hands on the hips is less load, less counterweight. Hands on the head is a little bit more. Right? A little bit more to carry when you come up. Maybe you venture a bit deeper. You come up a bit slower. Now open up your arms and reach towards your right foot and exhale, come down into Trikonasana. We open the chest. Big breaths in. Maybe you choose to send the right arm over the ear. Reaching your thumb back away from your hip bone. Turning the pinky finger a little bit down. Reaching out through all fingers. Yes. Big breaths. Inhale, rise up. And then exhale, turn your toes parallel. Good. I just want to show you something. Iris, just look forward. In a triangle pose, you don't have to go all the way down. The priority is to keep the rib cage in one line. So I don't care if you just go here, just not on the kneecap, but just below it and just kind of stay here, right? So you feel, so that you don't feel like you're turning down, right? So the triangle can be here, it can even be here, just as long as we feel this kind of side stretch situation, okay? So that's for next time, but we'll explore it a bit more next time. Turn your toes parallel. Take your hands to your waist. Bend the knees a little bit. This time move your buttocks back. Move your chest forward, inhale. And exhale, bend down. So we come to the floor with our hands, even if the knees need to bend a lot. Let your head relax down. Push forward a bit with your hands. So you feel the weight tip forward. Let your head soften. Feel the breath into the hips. Feel the jaw relax. And the whole spine is just relaxed down. There's no effort in the spine, only in the front of the body, contracting the belly a bit. Inhale, come halfway up. And exhale, rise all the way up to stand. Okay. Let's try our ninja move one more time. You can turn around also to face the camera if you can't see anything here. Squeeze your elbows. Turn, bend your left knee and turn the heel a bit in, the toes a bit out. Move your hips back, bring your chest forward. Bend into the knee. See if you need to adjust your foot, right? Your body will tell you to do that. And then roll onto the right heel. Maybe you can lean back into your heel and take your hands to your chest. Just see. Nice, much better on this side already. And then take your hands to the floor, tip forward, push yourself into straight legs and come up to stand. So walk your hands to the middle. There we go. Come up to the middle and then all the way up to stand. Yes. Nice, good job. Now bend your right knee, turn the heel a bit in, the toes a bit out. Move your hips back, move your chest forward, bend into the knee just a bit more in case you need to do any adjustments. And then take your hands to the floor and lift your right toes, your left toes up, pardon me. So you're on the heel. Yes. There we go. Take a breath. And then to come out, roll forward. So you're tipping onto your right big toe and then bring your left foot down and just straighten the right leg so you can walk your hands to the center. Lengthen, lift the chest, inhale, and exhale, rise all the way up to stand. Nice. Turn the left toes forward, bend into your knee, open up your arms. Inhale, circle the arms back. And exhale, two hands come to the floor. Inhale, step to push-up position. And exhale, come all the way to your belly. Inhale, lift your chest, bend your knees. And then exhale, grab a hold of your ankles at the tops of the feet and press your feet a bit back. This time, if you like, you can lift up your knees, opening the chest. When you lift your knees, try to flex your feet so you can engage the front part of your leg. So you're exactly, the toes are lifting away from you. And then maybe lift the front of the legs a little more. Beautiful. Yes. Take one more breath in. And exhale, lower the knees. Let go of the feet, but keep your knees bent. Just make a pillow for your head with your hands. And let your feet rock side to side like windshield wipers. Yes. So big swiping movements. Take your feet back down. Come up on your elbows. I'll show this one from the front. So we'll do a little bit more work for the heart chakra, the Anahata chakra. We'll take your left hand out to the left. Bring the chest down. So your left hand is parallel to the shoulder. And just walk your hand slightly further up than parallel. Right, so it's just a few degrees higher. Turn your head so you can put the left side of the head to the floor. Place the right hand beside your chest. Push your right hand down, bend the right knee, and then roll to the left. So that way you can step the right foot behind the left foot, lift the right arm up, and reach the right hand towards the left hand. If that's too much for the shoulders, just take your right hand behind your lower back. If it's too much of a turn for your hip here on the right side, then lift your knee up and just stretch the leg up and hold the leg in space. Okay, so if this rotation doesn't work for you, give it a try. Nice. Beautiful. Take a big breath into whole front part of the body. After a while, it might come natural that spontaneously when you're in a corresponding part of your body, performing a pose or relaxing into a stretch, that you think of this color of that area. Here it's green, Anahata chakra, and you breathe it into that place with your intention and imagination. The inhale, a sense of expansion and enlarging. The exhale, a sense of releasing, letting go. So to come out, first release your right hand and just place it beside you. And then release your leg so you can roll onto your belly. Use the right hand to ease yourself down. And then release your left hand and make a pillow with your hands for your head for a moment. Just resting here in the center place. And then we'll move to the other side. So the right hand goes out to the side, hand outside the shoulder, left hand just outside your chest. Turn the head. So the right side of the head is down and then roll to the right. Step your left foot back. And you can say like this or lift up your left hand, reach it back, or place your hand into your lower back. Just using the weight of your body leaning to the right side. And see what's up with your leg. So if the left leg doesn't want to be there with a bent knee, then lift it up a little bit and just hold it up in space. But you both look great there. You might notice the difference in the two sides, especially if you were right-handed. The side might feel a little different. Listen to the sound of your own breath. Take 2 more big breaths. Go ahead and take your left hand down and your left leg down and slowly roll yourself onto your belly. Make a pillow with your hands for your head again. And just wiggle the hips a little bit side to side. Take your hands beside the chest and bring yourself up into seated position. We'll move the knees a little bit back. Come up onto the knees and widen them a bit more than your hips. Bring your big toes together. Or you can even turn them over to give yourself a bit more stability. We'll walk the hands towards the top of the mat, slightly wider than your hips. And then move your hips back and gently press your chest towards the floor. Your chin can be down if that feels okay for your neck. Looking forward between the hands. Otherwise, place your head to the floor, your forehead. Keep your hands active, so the palms are pressing down, pushing away from the floor, so moving your hips back. So this pose might feel intense in the beginning. Try to really press your thumbs down. This is very strong for the heart chakra, for the throat chakra if your chin is down, solar plexus chakra. Push into the hands to lift yourself back up, and then walk your hands back. Come into hands and knees with the knees, hips width distance. And then I'm sure you both know where the crown of the head is, but just in case I need some help with that. If I have kind of the line of my fringe here and my ponytail back here, it's like I slide it, and somewhere between I find a spot here that's a little bit soft, right? So it's right there. It's more towards the front of the head than it is towards the back of the head. We're gonna take this place, so the chin tucks in, bend your elbows and put right the top of your head to the floor. And just apply and use your hands as a support wherever it feels good, and just applying some weight and making tiny, tiny circles. Make tiny, tiny circles around this point. It might feel a bit tender. It's okay to apply a bit of pressure here. So making circles one direction, making circles the other direction. Coming to the center and just letting the weight of the head stay for a moment. And then press down on the hands to lift yourself up. Slide the hands back and come to sit for a moment. Just close your eyes. One more time, feeling the sense of your breath and visualizing those 7 points in the center of your pelvic floor, belly, solar plexus, chest, throat, forehead, and a little bit above the crown of the head, rising up. And you can open your eyes. Turn your hips to one side, your feet to the other, and stretch your legs forward. So do one last forward bend, just to kind of fold it all together. So take the flesh of the buttocks back. If you want, you can fold up the yoga mat. Make yourself like a little support. It always feels really great. And sit on it. Take the legs forward, knees straight or bent. Lengthen, lift the chest, inhale. And then exhale. Roll yourself forward. You don't have to go very deep. We're not trying to reach forward and lower the upper body to the legs by force. We're just here, creating the slightest axial extension with the spine. So the wish of the crown of the head to lengthen the rest of the vertebrae. Take big breaths. Legs are still active, pressing gently down. And then you might notice by itself that your body moves a little lower. And the inhale, rise back up. And exhale, slide your fingers back. You can take the support away. Go ahead and lie down on your back. Take your knees up into your chest with you. Or come to lie down. Knees come up. Rock a bit side to side, just massaging your spine. Relax the shoulders. Can open and close the knees a couple times. Bringing some space into your joints. One direction, the other direction. Place your feet to the floor. Open up your arms and move your knees side to side like windshield wipers. Bringing the last bit of movement to your lower back, your pelvis. And then when you're ready, you can come down into Shavasana. The legs stretch forward, take your blanket. Get yourself comfortable. Take a nice 5 minutes Shavasana to really let all the energy you created through all of the centers of your spine release through the whole body. Now there's no controlling or making your breathing in any way deeper. There's just the sensation of following the breath happening. So you feel it in all those parts of the body. You might feel it in your belly, in your rib cage, your chest. And let your legs and your feet completely relax. The pelvic floor, You might see a small glow of red light, just finding its way home there, resting there. Feeling the belly relaxed. Beautiful, warm, orange color. Solar plexus. Feeling calm. The bright yellow color. Your heart. Feeling open and full. Beautiful green emerald color. Soft breeze of your breath in your throat. Indigo color. And then in the forehead, seeing small dancing lights with your closed eyes. Maybe a purple light. And everything beyond. The whole body is completely relaxed. Slowly come back. And with small movements or big movements, find your way back up to sit. And just take the hands to the chest when you're ready. A moment of gratitude for our health, our practice, and also a wish to share those benefits with others as well. Thanks so much for coming this morning. I wish you all a really great rest of your day, rest of your weekend if I don't see you. Namaste. Just gonna take off the recording.